Happy day, happy day, happy day, everybody. I am Erica Cassie, a love force with mysterious wisdom, celebrating life, and I love celebrating. So that's why we're having the Fall Leadership Festival during the Global Entrepreneurship Week. And this is and we're celebrating Global Entrepreneurship Month right now, also National Entrepreneurship Month. And during the Global Entrepreneurship Week, we're going to have our third annual Fall Leadership Festival, and it is bigger and better than ever before. I'm so proud of what we've been able to accomplish, and I'm here today with Dr. Nicole Gates, who is one of our speakers. She's going to be one of our
Yeah,
Nashville speakers. I'm so happy to have you here, Dr. Nicole Gates. Can you introduce yourself and let us get to know you
absolutely.
better?
Well, I'm Dr. Nicole Gates. I live in Memphis, Tennessee, and I always refer to myself as a woman of possibilities, purpose, and power. That is my power statement, my zone of genius. I always say I absolutely love entrepreneurship, leadership. I'm a mom of four. I've been an entrepreneur for probably more than, let's see, my oldest daughter is 35. So I'm going to say at least 39 years. Like I've always been an entrepreneur. And I absolutely love being an entrepreneur. Even though I have a dating time job, I work in Shelby County government as a district connector. So I always like to say I'm the person that loves to connect the dots. So I love meeting new people, leading them to great resources like you. And just I love all things arts and travel and all kinds of really cool stuff. I'm a foodie, so I love getting out and just exploring and see what's new and wherever I travel to. I just enjoy life. I celebrate it all the time.
Yes, yes. Which is one reason why we want you and we are love that you are part of the
Yes,
Fall Leadership Festival because we're going to have games and networking.
I'm
We're going
excited.
to have a good time and we're going to also talk about the theme, which is the 80-20
Oh yeah,
rule of leading. Yes.
absolutely.
And so everybody has their own spin on it, their own take on it. And so I would love to learn what is your 80-20 rule of leading?
Well, my 80-20 rule is 80% being a lifelong learner. People that know me know I'm constantly, they laugh at me, I think sometimes because I'm always in a class, always getting certified in something, always learning. But it's funny because that's changed. When I was younger, I really didn't enjoy school. Like I just didn't, but I really learned to love doing things that I wanted to do, right? And so I took a lot of interest in that, and so I'm a lifelong learner. I'm learning things all the time, especially during the pandemic. I really took full advantage of the pandemic. There was a lot of free programs that I took part in that really helped me get to where I am now, right? So I believe 80% is being a lifelong learner. That 20% then for me and for those that I really reach out and connect with, I believe that 20% is our outcomes and impact. To me, if you're doing what you love, you should be making an impact.
Yes.
When we say I'm a connector, I connect the dots. And I like to think that I make an impact in my community, in my business, and the things that I'm involved in, right? So I believe the 80, lifelong learning, that 20 is the outcomes and the impact that we make. And
Yes.
yeah, being able to tweak that process, get it, doing it until we get it right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that and I love that that's your take on the 80-20 rule. I
Yes.
think that a lot of times we came growing up in certain circumstances where leadership, it was a lot of telling you what to do,
Mm-hmm.
but not themselves being a model of that. So to me, when you
Absolutely.
say I'm a lifelong learner, you're
Mm-hmm.
modeling always learning, always growing, always interested in those who are influencing you. And then you go on and getting more education and more knowledge on how to serve them better. So,
Yes.
yes, yes, that's what I'm talking about. Like,
Yes.
that's what I'm talking about. And that's why I'm so happy to have you here
Me
as
too.
one of our speakers, you know, and to celebrate this beautiful thing that we have,
Yeah.
of leading, and people leading so that they are not doing harm to others. And that's how
Right.
you do it. Like your
And your
take.
leadership should be contagious, you know, like the
Woo,
people
come
that
on,
you're around.
contagious. Tell me about that.
It needs to be some contagious energy. You should look at, that person and say, man, like, what about this person do I want to mimic? I don't want
Ooh.
to be them totally, but it's something like when we first met, I drew from your energy, right? You were so upbeat and positive, and we was doing that Thrive plan, and I was like, oh my God, who is this lady and where did she come from? And it was, for me, it was pivotal. So I want to have that same kind of impact on the people that I'm working with. Your
Yes.
energy is contagious. And it kept me hyped up. And I was like, oh, yeah. So, you made me feel like I could accomplish what I was setting out to accomplish.
Ooh.
That's
Is that
major
not what
for,
we're supposed to be doing? Like,
you should
is that
be.
not
Good
what,
leaders
I
do
mean, when
that.
if you're
Absolutely.
influencing someone, you're supposed to light a fire under
Light a
them
fire.
to
Yes.
get them to
Yes.
do the things that they say that they want to do,
Yeah.
right?
We should be
Right.
working, my biggest belief is that we should be working our passion on purpose. And I
Come
speak
on.
that often. Work your passion on purpose. Too often, I think, even growing up, our parents might have had images of what they thought we should be when we grow up, right? And I want to say I kind of fell into that trap a little bit,
Oh, I know I did.
yeah,
Listen, I know I
my
did.
dad wanted me to go to college. I didn't want to go to college. I was like, I don't want to go. And I graduated school early, which was a blessing. I did go to college right off. I didn't finish because it wasn't something I wanted to do at that time.
Exactly.
And that was okay.
Exactly.
But honey, when I tell you during that pandemic, I took full advantage and I got my bachelor's, my master's during that time, finished on my
Goodness.
bachelor's, finished my master's, got a double master's. So I worked them 2 years I was working. I was
Wow.
working.
I have a double
Yeah.
master's too.
See here?
Okay,
See there?
we some
Yeah.
overachieving, high achieving ladies
Yep.
here,
But
multifaceted,
yes.
two
But guess what?
master's degrees.
I
Yes.
did it in my time, nobody else's
Yes.
time. So you
Yes.
really have to work your passion on purpose,
Come on
And I
purpose.
really believe that's where that lifelong learning came in. And once somebody just kind of said, "Look, Nicole, you could do it. You could." I didn't have anything better to do at that time, and it was awesome. It was awesome. It was a great experience. I did online classes, which worked for me. We were at home anyway, and I just took full advantage. And I read the fine print on a lot of stuff.
That's that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I
So
I mean, you're not the only one that found the pandemic to be something where I utilized it. I
yeah,
utilized it, and it actually changed the way I move in life too.
absolutely.
Because I can get so much done when I'm with myself at the house,
Yes.
then running around in these streets thinking you're supposed to be doing something.
Right.
Um,
Right.
mm,
I
no,
was the
you can
kid
get a lot
growing up.
done. You can
Yeah.
get a lot done.
I was that kid growing up, Erica, that the teachers would write on the report card. You probably remember this. It was like make good use of time. I had that check mark every time because I never made good use of time. I probably was a class clown and all of this good stuff. But we really grow up and get seasoned in our own time, right? And I just
Ooh,
want
come
people
on,
to
season.
understand, like you got to do it at your own pace. It's your race. It's nobody else's race.
Come on. Ooh, I like that. It's your
Yeah,
race.
it's
A
your
lot
race.
of people need to hear that right here today.
Yes.
Everybody looking around
Yes.
at everybody else.
I tell people all the time, I say, listen, I got my first degree at 51, 50,
What?
50. I think I was 50 when I got my bachelor's. Yeah, when I finished. 50. I'm 53. So when I say I worked that pandemic, I was working, sister. But I paid attention to a lot of things. And I think part of being a lifelong learner, I started thinking about it. I was like, I just don't want a degree. I could take anything and get a degree, but I wanted a degree in something I was passionate about, which is business. So I did business administration with a concentration in marketing, right? I made president's list, dean's list the whole entire time.
Of course
I
you
was
did.
there. Probably wouldn't have did that in my 20s. Probably not. Probably would have, oh my God, I probably would have just barely made it at that time because I wasn't focused on that, right? And so the workshop, and this was so cool, workshop. And I don't know what, something prompted me to get on that workshop. And I sat there and I listened, and the gentleman was talking about you can be doing your bachelor's and taking master's classes at the same time. And I tuned in. I leaned in. I was taking notes, took a lot of notes, and I emailed him after that webinar. And he became a really good friend and a guide. How can I make this happen? And he told me the 2 classes I would need to take to just get those out the way. He told me how to do it and how to do it for free. Right.
Wow.
Well, I took those classes in addition to the classes I was already taking, knocked it out the park, and was allowed to start my master's while I was doing my bachelor's. Yeah. So I wanted a master's in digital entrepreneurship. So I took
Come
another.
on.
So I got the master's in digital. I mean, I worked that thing. It pays to read, and so I was combing through the website.
Ooh!
It pays to
Don't,
read. Listen to me.
it
Don't
pays to read.
so
Lord.
that second master's
She dropping jewels today.
came at no price to me
Do you know how many folks don't?
because I was reading. I was reading that fine print on the
Listen.
website, and it was something that was offered
Do
because
you
I
know
had
how
already.
many people?
Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
people don't read. It pays
They
to read.
don't read. Okay, they don't read if they know how to read, and some folks don't know how to read, and they out here really trying to
Mm-hmm.
create something when they need to go back to the basics. Okay.
That part. My mom used to teach us as kids, read for understanding. Don't just read, but read for understanding. And for a long time, I was like, what does that mean? Like, read for comprehend what you're reading, right?
Comprehend. And then everybody trying to figure out how they don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to communicate because listen.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to get you. I'm not trying to get started today. This is about you.
No,
Okay.
this is really good. It's really good dialogue. We need people like read, y'all. Listen. Sometimes this won't improve you. This was literally in plain view on the website of the school.
This is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah. I worked that system. I worked it. I worked that
you.
system.
And I mean, and going back to what you said, it was when you got serious.
Yeah.
When
I decided I wanted it for myself.
When you decided, it couldn't be that nobody else decided it. Because
Mm-mm.
before it was your family that decided it. Oh, you're gonna do this path.
Yeah. It was
And
either
when
work
people
or
say, "Oh,
follow
you're
you.
gonna do this path," that's what you fight. I'm gonna fight against this. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
And
But
honey, I
then when
fought against
you
it.
say, That's what I'm gonna do."
Yeah.
When it gets done.
But I had along the way, while even doing those classes, I'm working on my business and getting things aligned for that. So I was doing some other classes just outside of that. During the pandemic, we had Grow with Google popped off during the pandemic. They were doing all these free workshops. Oh
Yes.
my God.
It's still
When I
going
say,
on, honey.
yeah, and I did their, they had they still have the programs where you can get the certifications. So I did UX design, got my certification for that. I got my certification for project management. I didn't know at the time. I was like, well, this sounds interesting. I'm going to just do it. Right now, I'm actually using it in the business that I run. So it's always a method to the madness. Didn't understand at that time. I was just filling my time because there was nothing else to do. I couldn't travel.
Yeah.
I was retired at the time, and I couldn't
Wow.
travel like I wanted to, and I had been traveling quite a bit internationally. So the world just stopped. And so I was like, well, what can I do to keep, occupy my time? And I seriously took advantage of that. Lifelong learning is priceless.
It is.
It is priceless.
Well, you know what, you are very much, there's a reason why you and I interacted with each other. We're both very multifaceted, and willing to learn and willing to grow and always wanting to grow.
Absolutely.
Always wanting to change and move things along.
Absolutely.
And so, like, going back to the theme of the Fall Leadership Festival, for me, the 80% is developing. Developing anything that I'm doing, everything that
Yep.
I'm touching is about developing people. But when I
Hmm.
say developing, it means I'm getting to the core of the concerns. A lot of people want to mess around with the symptoms and the surface level stuff so they can feel better. But no, we need to get down to the core of the matter as to the reason. What are the mental blocks and fears and concerns that's stopping you from launching and doing the things that you need to do? So
Oh yeah.
let's go ahead and develop for 80%. And then
Yeah.
after you are developed, after the development is there, going back to what you said about the Thrive Plan, that's what it
Hmm.
is. It goes
Yeah.
to the core of it. I
Yep.
know it's a little
It
rough
does.
when people do it. People do it, they like, what? She making me go deep quick. It's so
I'll never
funny.
forget
My
my
daughter said to
session.
me in a
Yeah.
conversation, she said, I don't want to talk to you right now because we be going deep, going too deep too fast. And I'm like, listen,
But I'm thankful for that. And I'm pretty sure she was thankful for it as well. In
she is,
retrospect,
but
she
she gets
probably
it
looked
all the
back and was
time.
like,
She
yeah,
get it 24/7. It's a little rough sometimes, I feel.
yeah. But it was really good for me. That session was amazing to me. And I had never had any coaching on that level. And so it was something new and I was ready for it. I was ready to receive that in that
Come on.
moment. And
There
so
you
like,
go.
and that's part of
Ready.
lifelong learning too. You got to be ready to receive it in that
Ready to
moment. You need to be
receive.
ready.
Ready
Yeah.
to receive. There's a
Yes.
whole lot of times people sitting around talking, right? They
Hmm.
sitting around talking about what they want to do and where
Right.
they want to go, but they're not ready to receive it to
Hmm.
show up. I put a post up the other day. I said, you got to get ready to blow up. You cannot,
You need to be
if
prepared
you're
for it.
not ready for it,
You know,
mm,
you're missing out.
it'll break
You be
everything
leaving,
down.
yeah, leaving money on the table and some more things.
Gone.
And we don't want to do that, you
But do
know.
you know how many folks don't like their customer service is not what it needs to be? They're not responding to emails. They're just not responding to phone calls. They're just leaving. And they're leaving all these circumstances, but they're the main ones talking about they need some support.
Yeah.
Well,
And that's
do
a
you
sign to
really?
me of poor leadership, right? Poor leadership is a person that doesn't read those emails and won't take time to
Ooh.
respond to those emails.
Going back. Yeah, we talking about self-leadership right now.
Right. Yeah. And you have a responsibility. Leaders have a responsibility. And we shouldn't be training followers. We should be training up more leaders.
Come on.
Leaders that can get some outcomes and make some impacts. I
Impact.
truly believe that. Yeah.
I mean,
That's important.
and thinking about that, going back to that 20%, that's the first thing you should think about is what is the impact? That's the first step. What is the
Yep.
impact? I knew when I did the Thrive Plan, the impact was for us to have a plan so you can rebound out of
Mhm.
your conditioning, out of your conflict. I created that because
Right.
I knew the impact I needed to have happen in my life. And I knew that everybody needs a plan for them to be able to thrive. And that's the
Mhm.
impact. But you have to be willing to want to go there.
Right.
It may be scary because if you're accustomed to just simply surviving,
Yeah.
then
You
you're
got to be
not
ready to
ready.
receive all of that. All of that. It's good stuff.
No, it is good stuff. And you know something I want to talk about that I was talking about with my previous speaker, Jeff Crosby came by actually earlier this, I mean it was yesterday. Yesterday
Okay.
he came by. We did a meet the speakers with him and we talked about that part about as a leader, you have to understand the capability and capacity of who you're working with.
That's true. Know your audience.
Or
They teach us
or
that.
you or it will come off to them as if you're bullying.
Very much so. And I can see that happening. Hmm. And you don't want anybody to think that you're a bully. You
No, you
want,
don't want me to think that,
yeah,
right? Even
at
though
all.
your heart can say this person needs this, but it's not for us to help people. It's for
Right.
us to partner with
Right.
people.
Hmm. Hmm.
They gotta do their part. You can do your part, but they gotta
Right.
come say, "Hey, I'm here. I'm ready.
Everybody
I'm
must have
ready."
skin in the game. Yes. You got to have skin in the game.
They gotta say
Everybody. I
they're
mean,
ready.
it's essential.
You ready? This time I ask people all the time. You ready?
Yeah. Buckle up for this ride.
You,
My favorite mantra though is as a leader, and I used to tell my staff this when I had a staff. I used to tell them, I was like, listen, I didn't come here to be average. It's too easy. Average is easy. Average is easy. I didn't come here to be average. That's what Michael Jordan said.
don't start
But
no
I didn't
stuff
come here to
now.
be average. I did not. And I just felt that. You know what I mean? I just feel like average is too easy. We don't want to be average. Leaders
Well,
out.
but let me, yeah, but I also have to ask, okay, even though you may not be coming to be average,
Mhm.
there are plenty of people that's their best life.
And that's
And
okay.
I just learned in my leadership, it goes back to the wisdom
Right.
of I recognize and I vet to see, are you willing to develop, and how are you willing to develop? Like, what is your pathway of
Hmm.
development? Because it could be a sloth movement
Right. Right.
of development. People are evolving, they're changing. It just matters on if they're willing to do it
Hmm. Hmm.
in the frequency that you're willing to do it. I just had this new, a new understanding that, or just we have our, what's so funny about our life is we have the understandings, we just have to get a reminder that you
Yeah.
got to interact with the folks who are wanting to be with you and wanting to
Hmm.
interact with you and wanting to hear you, which is why I have all these speakers coming together, because people will identify better with you, Dr. Nikki Gates, than with me, or
Yeah.
they'll identify with me, or they'll identify with Jeff. That's why I have Jeff to represent as a black man. I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
I have Corey represent as a white man. I have several other black women that's coming along. I tried to get some other races, okay? Because
Yeah.
I just feel like
Yeah.
sometimes, a lot of times we need a representative.
Hmm. We do. We do. I think it's important. But I want to go back to that mantra, my little mantra. When I say that, I'm talking about moving with a spirit of excellence, right? In leadership, in business. And I think that's something that people kind of take for granted sometimes. We need to move with a spirit of excellence.
Come on.
That's important, and it should resonate. People should see that about you in the way that you move, the way that you talk, the way however you present. People need to see that you move with a spirit of excellence. Got to
Whew.
move with a spirit of excellence.
Well,
This ain't no game out here.
listen, I know you and me not for play
Hey,
play, but a lot of folks out here for play play. You know what I'm
yeah, they
saying?
do. Like seriously, but it's not a game. It's
I wanna say
not.
hello to Sonia. Hey Sonia,
Hi,
hey Sonia, happy to
I
have
love
you here.
Sonya. Hey.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to
Yes.
Meet the Speakers. I have Dr. Nicole Gates here with me, one of our speakers, going to be in the Nashville location. So if you're
Mhm.
in the Nashville, going to be going to the Nashville location, you'll have the experience of her and other speakers that are going to be there, as well as the hybrid experience. So if you want to do, go ahead and get yourself registered for the event. I'll put the link in the chat in just a minute. It's startupgrind.com. Startup Grind. Startup Grind is a global organization that provides education and support to startups and entrepreneurs. Okay.
Mhm.
And I've been with them for 3 years now. And so I've been doing this Fall Leadership Festival. It's a global event. We actually have a band that's going to be streaming in from Ghana. They've been doing it with us
Wow.
every year. Yes, yes. I am
Nice.
so grateful for the partnership that I have with them to do this every year. They always take care of our lunchtime entertainment. We're going to have games. We got people from all over the nation and also globally tapping into the event. I'm really excited to have
So
people
cool.
come. So if you're
Yeah.
in Oklahoma City, I am also the chapter director in Oklahoma City. So there's an experience there. Oh, I do want to shout out one thing. Vanna Anderson is my director in the Nashville location. I'm going to get you hooked up with her, Dr. Gates. Okay.
Okay. Awesome.
Gates Golden. Okay. Anyway, now,
It's coming.
I'm gonna get you hooked up with her,
Right.
Vanna Anderson. But Vanna, it's her birthday today. Happy birthday,
Oh,
Vanna!
happy
She's
birthday.
my co-director for Nashville, and I have a co-director in Oklahoma City. Her name is Mia Collins, and she has a business called Mia's Ooh So Good Seasoning. Okay,
Okay,
and so
now.
if you're there, you get to have some of her seasoning, and we have some food vendors there. We're gonna have food vendors in the
Nice.
Nashville location, and
Okay.
also the virtual experience is gonna be going on. So I'm really excited about this festival.
Awesome.
I've
Yeah.
gotten more I've gotten more sponsors this year than any year, and we've had some powerful speakers that are going to come and share the beauty of themselves. I mean, I just want to say it. The people I interact with, the people that I get to share with other people, I just love them. I just love y'all so much, and I just know that it's going to be a beautiful experience, no matter what. And so
Oh yeah.
Sonia actually said that she was going to be one of our sponsors as well. So thank you so much, Sonia. Thank you for coming by.
VIP. That's my girl.
Is that your girl?
Yes, it is. She's amazing. She could have literally been one of the speakers. Like she is amazing.
Oh,
Seriously.
oh,
So I'm
no,
glad you guys have connected. Yeah.
I'm actually no. I'm actually in one of her. First of all, okay, so I I became the fractional COO of Black Business Boom. So she's in the
Oh,
marketing
good.
program. She's in the marketing program right now. But before
Okay.
that,
Yeah.
I have been in her beta program for her business.
Oh,
So it's all,
y'all already connected.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Well,
it's
wonderful.
all intertwined. Okay.
I
You
love
know,
Sonya. She knows that. She
the
knows.
really the really powerful women, right?
Yeah. Yes. She's amazing. She is amazing.
The really powerful women and amazing, multifaceted women, I can't help but attract them to be a part around me. I love that.
Yeah, I
So
love it. I love it. I
yes.
love
So
it. All right.
I'll probably have her tap in to be a speaker maybe next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She'll be
So
amazing. I'm
we
telling you, you
probably
won't be
need
disappointed.
that experience. What you say?
I said you will not be disappointed.
Oh, I
She's amazing.
know. Let me
Yeah.
tell you.
Put her to work. Put her
So
to work.
put a work. Well,
Yes.
first I'm gonna put you to work.
All right. Hey,
let
let's
me
go.
let me
I'm ready.
let me
I'm here for it.
let me ask you a question though.
Sure.
Before we go, so people can get to know you even more. And I asked this question of my last speaker, so I want to ask you this:
Okay.
if you were a part of a story,
Hmm.
so there's the introduction, there's the details, there is the foreshadowing, there's the conflict, there is the resolution, and there's the conclusion. What
Hmm.
part of the story would you be, and
Definitely the
why?
resolution.
You the
And why?
resolution.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would do the resolution.
Okay. Okay.
I
So tell
picture
me,
myself
how you the
at least.
resolution.
I
Sonya,
really feel
Sonya,
like
you answer that question too, Sonya. What part of the story are you? But go ahead, Dr. Gates. What makes you the resolution?
because I'm always solution driven, right? I hear the problem, but I'm always thinking ahead. Like, okay, so I know that's the problem. How do we fix it though? Let's not get stuck on, whatever the conflict was. How do we fix it? I consider myself a resource. You heard me say earlier that I really believe in connecting the dots. I am definitely that person. Um, so I would have to be the resolution. I'm
The
coming. I'm coming.
resolution. Speaking of
Yeah.
that, let
I'm
me let
coming
me
for it.
post your website up here again. So if anybody looking for a solution, the
You got
resolution.
it. Right. Yeah.
Anybody out there looking for? Anybody out there looking for? Are you looking for? Are you looking for the resolution to your
Yeah.
problem? Then you probably should reach out to Dr. Nicole
Yeah.
Gates, because she got it for you. All
I'm
right.
here for it.
She gonna
Listen.
she gonna she gonna she gonna help you get it together and get that solution, that resolution to your problem. But let me tell you what part of the story I am.
I can't wait to hear it.
I mean, what do you think it is? What do you think it is?
Let me say, definitely not the conflict. You are definitely not the conflict.
Why would you say that? That's what I am. Yes, I
You are
am the
conflict.
conflict
Oh well,
because
yeah, because you're gonna be that Thrive plan. You getting in their face.
in their face, baby, in their face.
Okay,
I
I can
I'm
see
the
that.
conflict. The thing is, like, how do you move? How do you change? How do you grow if you don't have a conflict? Even going back to what you said about the pandemic, that was a conflict. You
Hmm.
created your resolution because that's how you move. For me,
Right.
I was so happy the conflict happened because I
Yeah.
had already been thinking about how I'm a licensed professional counselor, also a business execution coach. So I was trying to figure out why and how was I going to be able to move to working online and not have to go into an office. I already had been thinking that, and then the pandemic hit,
Look,
and
guys.
I held on to I had an office that I had people coming to, right? Because that's the way you would do it. But I always
Hmm.
was trying to figure out because I'm so introverted, not introverted, extroverted, extremely extroverted. So me sitting in the office was just not my jam.
Right.
Me being able to be out and interact and flow and connect with people
Yes.
nationally, globally is my jam. Even though I'm a counselor and most counselors just want to sit in the office somewhere. No, it's not me. It's not me. So I'm trying to figure out how I was going to transition my clients to stop doing this particular way of thinking that's how it's supposed to
Hmm.
be.
Hmm.
So when
Hmm.
pandemic hit, baby, everybody got on the
It was
bandwagon.
like, aha, your aha moments. It was,
Everybody got on the bandwagon and we had to do it virtual,
yeah.
right?
Right.
Listen, that's why my virtual experience, I actually started working with while you were getting yourself educated. I was doing a whole lot of stuff too. That's
Yeah.
when I started doing startup grind, right?
Wow.
And I was doing virtual events because nobody was doing because I was still doing events. I was all virtual and it was all new to people to do. And
Hmm.
so my virtual experience is amazing because I've been working on that and that has been doing great. This will be my third hybrid event because I really haven't done a lot of in-person events.
That's so awesome, though. Look, I
Yeah.
mean, just look what it did for us, So where a
It
lot of
really
people
did. The
saw,
conflict, baby.
yeah,
Listen, I'm gonna come in here and
conflict.
I'm gonna say, hey, that's we need to shake it up. We need to shake it up. How you gonna grow and how you gonna change?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
then we need people like you that say, once you all shook up and frazzled, we need somebody to say, come on, sweetie. Okay, here's the resolution.
Right. Now, this is what you can do with that. Let's unravel this. You help them unravel it,
Yeah, I help them.
And
I'm
then it's
helping.
like,
I
let's
help
put
them.
it in
I help
play.
everything blow up. You the one. You the one.
Listen,
Then
I'm coming to do the cleanup.
clean it up, fix it up. Now
Yeah.
Sonya said, of course, she's a fractional CFO, of course.
Hmm.
Okay. She
Hmm.
said, I'm down with the details, baby.
She
Yes.
sure
Ask me
is.
all the questions. Got all the listen.
That's her jam. That's her
Yes,
jam,
that's
but that
her.
is her zone of
Isn't
genius.
that beautiful? Don't you just love that? Don't you just
I
love that
do.
icebreaker? It
I
really tells people
do.
about you.
It does. It does. Would have never
Yeah.
thought about that. That's a good one. I
Listen,
love
I be
that.
having all kinds of good icebreakers, honey. I've been doing icebreakers.
I
Listen,
know.
I'm an icebreaker girl because I do virtual events and like for us to get like it just helps the energy of the room where people are like,
Absolutely.
okay, I'm connected to
Yeah.
you. Like I feel comfortable. I understand how you move.
Mhm.
And it's not
Mhm.
like those icebreakers help to talk about and tell about other people, but not like go too deep. But it can
Right.
go deep because it helps you to think about how they interact in the world.
Mhm.
Anyway, listen, I'll be sliding it in.
Right. But it's good. Good stuff. Listen, good
Oh,
stuff
okay.
happening.
Sonia is tooting your horn, baby. Everybody needs to know Dr. Gates is a wealth of information.
I really try to be. I try to be that. When I was a kid, my mom used to always tell us, be a sponge. Right. And I was like, what? Where do these sayings come from? But really absorb as much as you can. Right. And so I really took that and I was a sponge. I absorb information and I don't mind sharing. We talk about this all the time and you see this a lot in leadership. Those gatekeepers, I'm not one of them.
Come on. Oh,
I believe.
don't get me started on that today.
Listen, share that
I
information.
cannot
You ain't gonna
stand
kill
people.
nobody.
I cannot stand people hoarding information. I
Yes.
cannot stand that. And you know what? There's a lot of coaches out here that do that. They'll
Yes.
coach you, take your money, and won't tell you nothing. But like, not. I mean, it. Ooh, those.
Or may
It
tell you
bothers me.
only those
It.
things is Googleable. I never made up a
Yeah.
word. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I have decided. So the thing is, so I was talking to this beautiful woman. I did this Friendsgiving before I left Tulsa, Oklahoma, because I wanted to do this. So of course, you said you do a lot of courses and stuff. I did too while I was in Tulsa.
No.
So
I
one was
love
called Startup Build Up Group,
it.
Startup
Okay.
Build Up School by Cox Business. Cox is our internet, and that way we get our internet. Okay, so they had this Startup Build Up course,
Okay.
and that's how I got out. Like I'm very strategic about me and when I leave the house because I don't like people's energies. Okay, so when I go
Mhm.
out, it's very strategic. So I strategically went out to that, but then I met up with these ladies. Okay,
Okay.
and had a friendsgiving. It was beautiful. The lady was saying
Nice.
how the and I just want to kind of mention this. She says that it's not that you are with your wealth of knowledge. It's not that you are just a mentor or just a coach. You're also a sponsor.
Mm.
A sponsor is someone that's
Mm.
going to be talking about you when you're not in the room and will get you
Yes.
set up with somebody to help you get some money.
Come on now. Sponsor me. Sponsor all of us.
No, but that's what you're
That's
doing.
deep though. Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's what, and I know I do that.
Yeah. I do it and never even second guess it, just in general. Like, oh, hey, when I first met
Like,
Sonya,
I mean,
for
I'd be like,
instance.
oh, you need to know this person. Do you know how many folks in my mind I already done thought about how they need to know you?
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. And I'm
Same
about to
thing.
go to the message to them and be like, yeah, you need to know Dr. Gay. You need to reach out and you need to talk to her. But see, the people who
Yeah.
interact with me know if I send you somewhere, you need to go. First of
Yeah.
all.
Yeah.
Second of all, you need to go and act right. Cause listen,
Please go and act right. Please, we beg of you. Go and act right. Please.
I mean,
Jesus.
don't you hate when folks? I just can't stand when I send somebody somewhere and they don't go, or they go and they don't act right. When I say act
Hmm.
right, I mean
Hmm.
actually send an email that's respectable, actually set up a meeting,
Right.
actually listen to what the person said, actually do the task, and then you should also reach back to me and let me know what happened because I'm sitting thinking that I want to see you come up. Like I want to
Right.
see this connection
Exactly.
blossom.
I'm definitely, listen, connector through and through. When I first met Sonya, I connected Sonya to some things we were doing at my
Come
old
on,
job.
Sonya said, please act right.
Now, if I talk about my fiance, Sonya can also attest to because I connected him to her.
Really?
Yeah, we have to make sure he stay on track. Because me and her hard headed, and they do things their own way, but we keep them on track. Follow
I mean,
follow
that's
the
the only thing
path.
we can do. It's
Yeah.
just some because the thing is that's another reason why I connect other people with other people because and that's the reason why I was talking about this event.
Hmm.
The things I say, they may not want to say hear it from me.
But they may listen to somebody else.
They will listen to
Absolutely.
somebody else.
Just
But
like
I
our
also
kids.
know, just like when my daughter had a whole situation where she got diagnosed with a major depressive disorder and everything else, PTSD. I knew
Hmm.
how to take care of her. I'm specialized in playing expressive arts therapy, but she wasn't trying to hit me.
Yeah. But she
I
listened to someone else.
That's what I did. I went and found somebody like me. And what's so funny is my daughter was like, "Mama, did you just go find somebody just like you?" I said, "Yeah, because you wasn't gonna listen to me. So I'm gonna find somebody like you, like me, to take care of you."
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And guess what? She got cleared up. She got cleared up and fixed up because Erica went out proactively looking for somebody who was gonna make sure she acts right around my
yeah.
baby and for my baby.
That's right.
And but that's how I am, not just with my own daughter. That's how I am with people. If you
Yeah.
ready,
Yep. Be that sponge and suck it up because I did. I did. I did. I remember emailing you afterwards and saying, "How can I get another session with you? Like, do you coach on the side?" We didn't know about a year later that you would be coaching Mr. Golden. So who knew, But look at God. It's a
yes, look
wonderful
at it.
thing.
Look at it. I mean, and that right there, what that Thrive plan is for, thriving youth, thriving business, but it's an overall thing. Like,
It
if
is. It is.
everybody got their Thrive plan, it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to care for other people because you see what's going on with
Yes.
them. You see
Oh my God.
down to the core of what's happening, the reason why they're responding in this way. There's no misunderstandings. And
Right.
then you just take them back to their coping. Take them back to their coping. That's all you got to do. You don't have to do any heavy
Yeah.
lifting. The issue is a lot of folks they're trying to help people. They're trying to do it for them. And they will never get it if they don't do it for themselves. They will never learn how to rebound
That's
from
true.
those problems
That's true.
if
Right.
they don't do it for themselves. But that's what the social support
Right.
system is, because a lot of people don't have that. Girl, so many men don't have another man.
Yeah. Sad but true. And there's some women that don't have other women. So you're
It's
creating
true.
an
It's
atmosphere.
true. Now
Yeah.
it's true. I got
Yeah.
a whole group of women. I have a whole group
Hmm.
right now. Oh, I think you in it. The Thrive Oasis
Yes,
for
ma'am.
women leaders. Yes.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
listen, I'm in there making sure I'm looking like this right here. Are you eating? Are you sleeping?
Mhm.
Like, because the
Right.
thing is, we don't do some of this basic stuff.
Right. Exactly. And we need that ecosystem of women or, people that they don't have to be family, but they become family,
Yes, they do.
you know?
Listen, and see, my family, going back to what Sonya said right here, please act right. Please
Yeah.
act right. That's what Sonya said. My
Please.
family, listen, they're not gonna act right. So I don't have no time for that. Okay. Let me go
Right.
be involved with people who wanna come along. Come along. We're gonna all
Yes.
eat right. We're gonna all eat. We're gonna all eat. We're gonna all sleep. We're gonna all move our bodies, get sun.
Yeah.
Right? We're gonna all do this. And then there's a benefit to it, because in my challenge, you get 2 days, 2 nights in the Thrive Oasis headquarters. I got videos of this loft, luxury downtown apartment you could go stay
Yeah.
in for free. In
Yes.
in 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 Tulsa, Oklahoma, right down the street from Black Wall Street. Why would you not
Oh,
want that?
nice. Right. Right. That's
Anyway,
awesome.
hey Queenie, how you doing? Welcome to the live. Meet Dr. Nicole Gates. So
Hi,
happy to have
Queenie.
her as one of our speakers for the Fall Leadership Festival.
Yes. Woo, woo. It's gonna be exciting. I'm
Queenie,
excited.
Queenie, I did an event with her in December last year called, I think it was in December, the beginning of December. It was called Tap Into Your Queen Energy.
Oh, I should have been there.
Yes,
That
yes,
sounds
it
pretty
was.
cool.
Right?
Oh, well,
We
Queenie, if
did an
you do it
event.
again, make
It
sure
was
you
it
invite
was
me.
like it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 women speakers, and we had a little summit, and
Okay.
it was great. I really enjoyed ourselves, and actually, if you sign up with Startup Grind, you can go back and see that we have it all on YouTube
Okay.
for you to check it out. It's called Tap
Nice.
Into Your Queen Energy. Like, we did charge for it, but we recorded it so you can go back and look at it even now,
Nice.
right?
Okay,
And
I will
I
do
mean,
that.
Queenie talked about networking and how to network well, right? So everybody needs to learn
Good
that.
stuff. Yes. Yes, they do. So many people shy away from that. And I'm like, man, listen, you are missing out if you're not networking.
If
You never
you're
know who
not,
another person
listen,
may know.
if you're not networking, I don't know what you're doing. And the thing is, you don't, a lot of things people think that it has to be something like, people don't know how to do it right either. Let me tell you, at
That,
the Fall
yeah.
Leadership Festival, guess what we're gonna do? So for the in-person experience, when you come in, everybody's gonna get a little tag, right? And they're gonna put their name on the tag. It's like a little. It has a little scrunchie, and it's like a key tag. You know, it
Okay.
has a little
Okay.
scrunchie and it has a little key tag, and you supposed to label your key tag and you put your key on there. But we're not gonna do
Okay.
that. It's gonna you put your name on there, right? So
Okay.
you're gonna write your name, and then you're gonna hand it to the person at the registration desk. They're gonna hand you a key tag with somebody else's name. So
Mm.
during our networking time,
You gotta go find that person.
I'll be
I
making
love it.
listen, I think in a past life I was a kindergarten teacher or something because I'd be making up little games. Okay. Anyway, during the
Oh, that's
networking
good.
time, you gotta go find your name. You gotta go find your key tag. That means you
Yeah.
gotta talk to a lot of people
Talk
in
to
the
some
room to
people.
figure out
Yep.
who got yours.
Love it. I like that. I might
Networking.
steal that
You won't
icebreaker
ever
from
forget
you.
them. You won't
I
forget
like
them
that.
either. You're not gonna
Yeah.
forget this.
I love it. I'm big on icebreakers, so I love that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be super cool. And then think about all the people that you're gonna meet. I'm gonna
Listen,
tell you,
Queenie
whoever's coming
said,
in
if
person
you're
needs to
not
bring all the
networking,
energy.
you're playing. Yeah, they playing. There's a whole
Yep.
lot of folks out here in these streets playing. Honey, I know I'm too old for that. Look, I
Look,
put in this gray hair so people can understand. I ain't out here to play no more.
there used to be a guy here that used to always say, if you're not networking, you're not working.
Correct.
Take that O, I mean the
Correct.
E out and put an O. Not working. You are not working. Not
Yeah.
working. You should want to network. It's so valuable, priceless, really, honestly.
I mean, so something that I want to say about networking is you ain't got to talk to everybody. Your spirit will tell you who you should be talking with.
Mm-hmm.
It will. If you just
I agree.
just sit there. Just go in there. If you're an introverted person, just go in there and sit down and just be yourself. And yourself will tell you who you should go talk to in the room.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I do.
Yep.
I don't be running behind everybody. No, I do
Nope.
not. I did a Oklahoma City Women in Technology event.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I volunteered because I didn't feel like paying $2,000 for a table or to pay 2,200 for a ticket. I wasn't gonna do it. Okay, but I
Found a way
would
in. That works.
volunteer. So
Yeah.
I'm doing the registration desk. Of course, I showed up. Let me just say, y'all. Let me just give y'all some peep game. I showed up in brand. I showed up
Nice.
in my brand. I had on my beautiful red dress.
Okay.
Okay. And I was fabulous out there, right? My honey face did, right? Looking good.
Right.
So everybody who came through saw me. Every
Mm-hmm.
single person. I'm at the check-in desk. That's all we doing is scanning QR codes and telling people what table they're going to. It wasn't nothing, right? It was only working for 30 minutes. All right. So then after that, people were walking up to me trying to figure out who I am and what I'm about and how they can connect with me.
Nice. See,
That's the way it's, listen, you got to
work
be
that.
strategic in these streets.
You do. You do. I agree. I agree.
But not
Whatever
just
you
strategic, you need to be intentional.
very
Because
intense.
you cannot, the thing is, we've been going out and getting business cards and stuff like that. But then what you doing? Like,
Right.
what you doing with the information?
Don't just collect cards. Don't just collect cards.
What
That's
you
not
if
good.
you don't put them on your email list the next day and start sending them emails?
Uh-huh.
If you don't stop, if listen, don't get me started today. I'm not Dr. Gates. Dr. Gates. We only got 8 minutes left. I want to know. Somebody said nice strategy. Oh, she said that's true, Dr. Gates. I don't know. What was you saying that's true about Queenie? I'm so happy you're here. Queenie's amazing. Queenie is a works and interacts with lots of celebrities, y'all. Okay, if
Oh,
y'all don't know Queenie, y'all better get to know Queenie. Whoever's
that name
why does it be
demands
like
that you
this?
get to know
I'm
her.
so hilarious.
Yeah, get to know her. It's somebody I want to know. I want to know you, Queenie.
Y'all better know each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
We ain't out here to play.
Not at all. We're
We
gonna
are
be
not
very
out here to play.
intentional. Yes.
Because I mean, you don't know what you're able to create. Like I was sitting here thinking, I just want to tell you, I was gonna tell you after this, but I was sitting here thinking, listen, I need to write a book with her. Maybe some other Black women too.
Like seriously.
We need to do an anthology.
Seriously. Yeah. We got a whole
I
ecosystem
could
here.
do. Guess what? I could. Wait a minute. I don't even gotta do. I could just take this right here, this event,
and turn it into
Shoot,
yeah.
I could have did one with tap into your queen energy as well. Anyway,
Mhm.
don't get me started today.
No,
Whenever
I
I
love
get
it.
interacting with people that are the people that I need to be interacting with, I start having
Mhm.
all these ideas. Like,
Hey,
oh,
hey, even if you don't work it right now, work it later. The time will come. Write it down. Just don't forget about it. Keep a little notebook. I know you
oh,
keep a
okay.
notebook. I'm pretty sure you keep a notebook. I have a notebook and my notes in my phone full of ideas.
Yes, yes. I have
Oh yeah, about
so
the net.
many
That's what you're
ideas.
talking about. Okay.
And let me just say, I had so many, and I created my membership so that I can put a lot of the things that I had come up with
Mm-hmm.
into it, so that then people can tap into the membership and they can get all the things that I had created over the years at different tiers.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to be more strategic about how inventive I am
Mm-hmm.
because
Mm-hmm.
I have so much stuff that needs to be recycled and reminded and put effort towards that marketing before I create something else. Also, another thing that I've decided is when I was talking about doing a book with you, is
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing anything by myself anymore. I've done enough by myself. I will have a team.
I love it. I love it.
I will have
Impact
leaders
and
around
outcome.
everything that I'm doing.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yes.
talking about. That's that impact because the work that you've done in the past, the lives that you've touched, that's that outcome and impact. That's that 20% I was talking about. You can see it.
Yes, it is. That
Mhm.
20% that you was talking about, the
Yes.
impact.
Yes.
Yes. So, Dr. Gates, we only got 5 minutes left.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there
Let's talk.
anything that you think that that the people who I would like you to tell us what is it that you think that they need to know in order to make them make that decision to go ahead and register for this event and to come see you either virtually or in person at
I would
the Fall
say,
Leadership Festival?
yes, listen, trust the process. You're already thinking about something. I'm pretty sure if you're watching this live, something has crossed your mind in the course of us laughing and talking. Trust the process. That was something I had to do along my journey in leadership
Oh,
and
that's good.
business is just really trust the process. It'll all work
Mm.
out. And trust me, I used to always think, oh, that's so cliche to say there's a method to the madness. There is truly a method to the madness. Things don't cross your mind just out of happenstance.
Come
It's
on.
a reason. There's a reason for it. So trust that process. Go ahead and get signed up. Come and get all this energy because I'm bringing all the energy with me, all the laughs, all the jokes.
Oh, we're
We,
gonna
I
act
mean,
up. We're gonna
yeah,
act
we're
up.
gonna have a good
Believe
time
that.
doing it though,
The
and we are
act
gonna
up
have
is on its way.
yeah.
If
Bring
you
a
feel like we
notebook.
acted up today, we finna act up.
Yeah. Go on and get signed up. Bring your notebook, bring your pen, bring that energy. Come and be a sponge and learn from all of these great leaders that's going to be sharing with you. You owe it
Yeah.
to yourself. Make it your self care day.
Mm.
And part of self care can be learning something new. Okay.
Oh yes.
Do
You
it
gonna be
tonight.
able to play
Sign up
games,
tonight. Absolutely. Games and entertainment and prizes and all these dope speakers. Why would you not come?
y'all. I mean, just to give y'all a tip on what we gonna have at the conference. We got sponsors. We have, let me just say, we have Greasy Fingers. They're gonna come and give us some food. Okay, we got Wet Dreams and Treats gonna come and give us some sweets and some drinks. We
Okay.
got our scents. They're gonna give away 5 things during the time that we're there. They do oils and scents and stuff like that.
Nice.
We got Mia's so good seasoning that's gonna be there. Let me tell you,
Oh,
y'all, I got some seasoning on my keychain right now. This lady that made for me. She makes it so you can put it on your keychain, honey.
so you
I'm
can take it
everywhere.
with you.
My taking my
Yes, I
seasoning
love
off
it.
and sprinkling my seasoning. It is the best.
Ah,
Okay. Then
I
we
love it.
got Pressed by Ale, who's going to be sponsoring actually $50 gift cards for you to get whatever you want pressed. Like these are tumblers, t-shirts, whatever. She's one of our
Nice.
platinum sponsors. You all, we have so much going on. We have Pineapple Food and Service and Events is one of our food sponsors. They're going to come and give us a little taste of what they got going on as well. We are so excited about all these sponsors, and then every one of the speakers are giving away books. Danielle McGee is one of
Yes.
our keynote speakers. She's giving away a free social media strategy. We got Autumn Prather giving away her book, Preparing a Few for Harvest: One Mother's Pursuit of
Hmm.
Generational Health. Then
Yes.
we have Tanisha Shanae. She's going to be there, and we also have Narissa Malloy. She's our virtual keynote. She's going to give away a book called 7 Steps to Mastering Unshakable Success. We
Yes. I
have
love it.
Phil coming through. She's going to be doing the publicity action guide, and
Mm,
that you can get a copy of that. And
nice.
one of our platinum sponsors is who? Who is that?
Dore Touch Events.
The Ray Torch. Yes.
And guess what? I'm gonna sweeten the pot. Since we're a platinum sponsor, I want
Woo!
to sweeten the pot and I want to give away 3 of our gold bottles, sparkling wines. And I mean they are like $60 bottles of wine. Nice. Really nice. I like looks. We're gonna give you some luxury.
What we
Yeah,
get?
we
What we getting again?
wind down.
You hear me
So
say? Did you hear
and I'm
you
gonna
hear
send
me
you a
say what
picture of
we?
it. Yes. We will give 3 bottles, and they're gold bottles. You know that last. I was like gold bottles for Gates Gold. We get it.
Wow.
We will give 3 of them, so you'll have one for each one of your locations.
Thank
Yes,
you so much. You're
you are
so
so
kind.
welcome. I was like, oh yeah, we got to sweeten this pot a little bit. So when you are working on your plans and getting ready in business and leadership and all that good stuff, you need a self care, that wind down. We want to
That
pamper you.
wind down, yes.
Give
So
somebody some
tell
bubble.
us, it is 7 o'clock. So tell us how to get in contact with you. Tell us what you got going on other than the Fall Leadership Festival. What else? How can people interact with you and go ahead
Sure.
and to get tapped into what you got going on?
So if you're in the Memphis area, this coming Sunday, we have Friendsgiving. So we're doing a huge Friendsgiving celebration. It is free. We opened it up. At first, we want to charge, and I was like, I just really wanted to do something different. So it's going to be free. The food is catered. The food is amazing. It
This
is going to
Sunday?
be this coming Sunday, 4 o'clock, 4 to 7, and so we'll have entertainment. We have some fun games that we're going to play, and we're giving cash prizes. We just want to bless some folks. Some people need a blessing right now. So we're giving cash
Wow.
prizes. You got to play the games. It's fun games. It's gonna be fun games, but we're giving some cash prizes. We're gonna give out some personalized bottles of wine. So yeah, we're going big with this one. We just want to do something fun for the
And
holidays.
it's this Sunday. Okay.
This
Wow.
Sunday,
I
how they can
actually
get in
know
touch
a
with
couple people, several
us? Okay,
people in the Memphis area and I'm looking at my calendar trying to figure out when I'm leaving Memphis because I'm trying to
right.
do that. I may have
You
to
might
add
need to come
another
on over.
day.
Yeah, we would love that. That would be
I
awesome.
may have to add another day to my reservation here. Goodness gracious, I
Yeah,
didn't even know. I'm supposed to leave on the 18th. What day is that? You said Sunday?
yeah, that's the 17th. You'll be here.
Well, then I'm gonna be there.
So
Mama, I'm
excited.
so excited.
Yeah.
I am so excited. I need
Oh,
to know all the information. How do
yes,
we
ma'am.
sign
I
up
will
to go to
send it
that?
to you tonight. We are really just trying to, this is kind of our way of like, I just took over the event center. So we want to give people experiences, not just planning, parties. Parties is great, but we want to give experiences. So we're creating an experience for some people to come and just enjoy. The holidays sometimes are really hard for people. You know,
Yes.
it's really taxing on a lot of people. We want people to just come and be able to let their hair down, have a good time for a few hours, right? And so
Yes.
we opened it up just for that. But how people can get in touch with me, of course, you got the website up there. You can reach me that way. Or you can reach me at Dr. Nicole, Nicole. There's no H in my name. I know people do that all the time. So it's Dr. Nicole at DoreTouchEvents.com. They can reach me by phone 901-631-1463. That's our business line. So any of those ways. We, of course, we are on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Dore Touch Events Center, Raleigh. It'll say. But yeah, there's several ways. Tap in. Like we want to continue to do different types of events like that for the community to be able to just come and have a great experience some new foods. I'm big, 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 and my fiance, I think I drive him crazy because I'm always big on trying something new. Got to try something new. Expand your horizons. Just do something different. And so we want to be the ones to actually give people that experience. So we welcome anybody that wants to come, let us know you're coming. But yes, we welcome you.
Yes. Well, just
Absolutely.
know me and my baby is coming, and
Yeah,
then
I would
I'm gonna
love
be
that.
taking
That's gonna be
pictures,
awesome.
and I'm gonna come, honey, fabulous as I want to be,
Yes,
and I
please.
cannot see. I can't wait to meet you and your fiance.
Yes,
Let's
I
we can have a
love
good
it.
time. I'm excited.
Oh,
I'm gonna
you're
have to go
gonna have
live
a
today
blast.
to let people know. But
Yes,
girl,
ma'am.
I have to run off. I am late for my client, so I'm gonna
Oh,
let you
well, don't be
go.
late. Y'all get registered. We will see you at the conference.
Get registered. Okay. Bye, everybody.